Well, hello from Costa del Calmforth in my garden of benign neglect. And the first day of what is our official lockdown, I guess. How are you doing? I think the world has just shifted on its axis, hasn't it? And we're now in a new reality. And obviously this could be going out anywhere. I hope there'll be people watching. Hi Wendy! Hi, good to see you. But it could be anywhere in the world, and I think one of the things we're beginning to realise is that this is truly a global pandemic and we're all in it together. I, for one, am very pleased that the government decided to put us in lockdown. I think it's the right decision. But it means we're all adapting to a new reality. So that's really what I wanted to talk about in this chat. I've had 2 phone calls this morning. Hi Alison. This morning with 2 clients and a friend, all of whom are going through different challenges in different ways. And there's no guidelines really for how we should react to this. There's a lot of guidelines about what we should do, but to be honest, don't worry if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling worried, if you're feeling concerned. You might even weirdly be feeling positive. Maybe when I feel more positive now, I know more people are isolating to hopefully help. Bonjour Bernadette. To know that we are doing something to try to help the situation, which is without doubt going to get worse before it gets better, which of course it will do. So so I just thought I'd just share that thing of whatever you're feeling is absolutely okay, whether you're anxious, whether you're worried, whatever. And I think it's going to take us a little while, certainly in the UK. I know those of you who are elsewhere may already be in a difficult lockdown situation. But for us, just getting used to it, adapting to being at home with loved ones who possibly after a few days might not be quite such loved ones as they drive each other mad. Or on your own, as trying to adapt to that isolation. And very importantly, a lot of people who are working, who suddenly don't work, and who are now feeling, well, I don't really know what is my reality? What should I be doing? Hi, Jane. And so it's really to say, whatever you're feeling, it's okay. There are no rights and wrongs about how you should react to this. The chances are we will all find our own way through it. Well, we will, but in our own way. So, for example, I've decided that as I'm not a morning person, I won't be doing any early morning virtual networking because I actually like an extra hour in bed. But I'm definitely getting up. I'm setting mornings aside for working with my coaching clients. Catching up with all sorts of things and on a more practical level. And then in the afternoons, well, I should be out in my garden like I am now. I have bought some seeds. It's the new moon. Plant some seeds. So thank you, Beth. Met up with Beth for what would probably be our last walk out yesterday. Kept a good distance, but we were walking a beautiful day to make the most of it before we were being shut down, if you like, which, as I say, I believe is the right thing to be doing just at the moment. But whatever you're feeling, however you're going, just make sure that you are looking after yourself and those who are with you, and that you can manage things as best as is possible for you. For these talks, I have a book and I make my notes on what I'm going to say. And the thing I've got in great big capital letters here is gratitude. And it's really, what can you be grateful for? Pete! Hello! Pete and I were at college together, God knows how many years ago. So as I say, it's about being grateful for what you have got, because without a shadow of a doubt, there are going to be people in a far worse situation than yourself. So I'm at the moment grateful of sitting outside. It's not too cold, it's certainly not raining or whatever, and making the most of the time that I will now have enforced at home, hi Ali, to get sort of, I don't know, just to get into some sort of routine and to make a new reality. That's what this is. It's about time. Some of you will know my thoughts on all of this, and many, many others of us who've been thinking that we need a wake-up call. Well, all I can say is the planet's decided we're going to have one, whether we like it or not. And this is really, really, really going to make us all think and look at what's very important. And of course, our health, family, loved ones, just loving the community spirit that's going on. Just a couple of things to share with you. My brother in Spain, some of you know, he lives in Menorca. So he's been in sort of lockdown for a couple of weeks now, and his TV wasn't working. And I got a message from him today. He's been relying on old DVDs, cassettes, God knows what. Pete, you'll remember my brother Graham from many years ago. So anyway, he's just managed to get his TV working, and of course it picks up satellite. So fine, and it's got radio. So finally, he's able to, merci beaucoup Bernadette, he's able to catch up with the news and feel a part of things. He lives in a small flat overlooking the harbour near Mahon. My other brother, our youngest brother, he's got emphysema, and he's one of the ones that was given a message yesterday to say, stay in. He's not working, and his greatest pleasure was the pub around the corner. So he's going to be really isolated, but has some good friends in Southport who are going to help. So all of us who are facing this new reality, we've all got to stick together. You know, it's I know people have likened it to the war and the Blitz, but actually I think it's far more like the plague, isn't it? You know, and none of us, who remembers anyone with the plague victims? So I think it's more about being aware that we have these great things that can keep us together, keep connected, be grateful for what you do have, and that you can support other people who perhaps aren't in such a good place as you, or maybe just connecting with friends. So I want to finish off as usual. Those of you who know me well know I do tarot. So as ever, I drew some cards before I set up the recording. Basically, I shuffle my deck and I say, okay, what message is there for the collective, the universe today? And unlike 2 or 3 days ago when I did it, which was all swords and challenges, but stuff going on in our heads, the first one that came up, Ace of Pentacles, great for a new beginning. And in fact, there are 2 cards here about new beginnings. So the Ace of Pentacles, she's holding this pentacle of creativity. It's about work. It's about down-to-earth things. It's about energy, physical energy. It's the earth sign of the cards. And it's giving us a message to say, okay, what new beginnings can you make now as you go into this period of complete and utter unknown? The second card is a swords, but it's this gorgeous hunky, I want to marry him and have his babies, King of Swords. There he is on the top of a mountain. He's kind of in control. He's got wisdom, he's got knowledge, but it's in the challenge position. So the challenge for you, thank you, Lynn, and good for you, Ali. The challenge is to get control of what's going on in our heads. Do not allow that negative voice to override things. Your challenge is to recognize your inner wisdom. What do you know that can help you get through this? And the final one in our opportunities is, again, it's the Pentacles, and it's the Ace of Pentacles. It's basically the same message, it's the same Pentacles. It's holding on to a new opportunity, something that can come out of this that you can say, okay, what do I want to have different? What do I want to start? What can I do that can bring me and whoever I'm around or with some benefit, maybe some fun as well. You know, a lot of us have spent a few years, it's been tough, and maybe we can look at this as a time to find a bit of fun. Finally, because of course it's a new moon today, and it's also in the Aries, which is the beginning of the astrological year. I know some of you really don't like astrology, but hey, I do, and I love this card. It's the card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and it's all about new beginnings. So heavens above, these are cards that are really, really appropriate, and it's about planting seeds. Beetroot. I don't really like beetroot, but I'm going to maybe try and grow it. Planting seeds, leafy mix, cut and grow again. It says speedy veg. My friend Beth assures me even I could grow it. And some spinach, because we're all going to be like Popeye, aren't we? And be stronger after this. So that's it from me from the Garden of Benign Neglect here in Costa del Carnforth. I will be putting this, obviously this is on Facebook, but every day I upload them onto my YouTube channel. I'm not doing them every day, maybe every other day. So go and have a look at the Quirky Coach YouTube channel, where you'll find others, and please do share the word. But most of all, sending you lots and lots of love out there, and wishing you a very healthy, happy, if you can, time through this. We'll get through this together. So thanks for being there, and I'll see you soon.